Right now, Google just dropped something that could change how you do SEO forever. It's called Opal and it's free. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how this brand new tool lets you build SEO apps, keyword research tools, and content systems without writing a single line of code. Just plain English. Type what you want, get a working tool. That's it. You can see here some of the results that we're getting with AI SEO on this website. I mean, we were getting like a measly 6 clicks a day back in September. Now we're flying, we're off, and you can see here we're getting anywhere between like 130, 160 clicks a day, etc. from SEO. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do this and how you can build your own SEO tools to automate this using a new free AI SEO tool from Google. And today, basically, I'm going to show you how it works, the best way to use it for your business, and why combining this with Google AI Studio creates the most powerful SEO setup ever seen. If you're tired of paying for expensive tools, if you feel like you're always behind on the latest AI stuff, if you want a simple way to automate the boring parts of SEO, stay right here. This is going to blow your mind, my friends. We're going to get straight into this by going to Google Opal. This is available at opal.google. And you can get access to it completely for free and then start building your own tools. So you see here, for example, we can even automate, for example, videos. We could automate video scripts. We can automate podcast guest research. We can also create like posts for videos as well as scripts and that sort of thing. But the main thing that we're going to be focusing on today is the SEO content in AI, right? So for example, here, what you can see is kind of similar to NA10 if you've ever used that before, but essentially you can build these workflows in plain English, type exactly what you want, and then have like a full-blown mini app designed for SEO right here. And it's really, really simple and easy to use. I'm going to also show you some ways to use Google's own search data to pull in the API for this as well. But let me tell you about what happened to me this week. You know, I was sitting at my desk, looking at my to-do list, keyword research for new clients, content briefs, topic ideas, the same stuff I've done 1,000 times, the stuff that eats up hours. And I used to think there are only two ways to handle this: do it all myself or hire someone else to do it for me, right? And both are either going to cost you something precious, which is time or your resources. And then I found Google Opal, and I basically typed in one sentence, build an app that takes a topic and gives me SEO keywords. So build an app and type a topic and give me SEO content, right? 3 seconds later, I have a working tool, not a demo, a real thing I can actually use. So for example, if we go to this app over here, we're going to click in the app section. This again is a free tool. If we type in what we want to rank for, let's say for example, SEO trend in Japan, we'll plug that in and we're going to type in the keyword. I'm just going to keep it basic and simple. We'll type in SEO training over here. Again, this is sort of stuff we do to get results like this. I mean, if we look over the last 3 months, let's see where we're at. So we started from the bottom, now we're here, right? And you can see that we were getting like 9 clicks a day, 4 clicks a day, less than 3 months ago. And now we're absolutely flying. And that traffic is up on a really nice incline right there as well. I would expect the trajectory of that site to keep on improving, keep on moving up. So if we go back to the Opal tool, now it's thinking and it's going to come up with some ideas, analyzing our competitors' content, etc. Christopher Jones gives us a fire emoji. That's what we're talking about, my man. And you know, if anyone has any questions as we go along, like, feel free to ask. I'm here to help. I'm here to give you advice, etc. So if you need any tips, just feel free to ask as we go along. Put your questions inside the comment section and I will be happy to help you, my friends. So you see here is thinking, so it's going to take a little bit of time. If we go back to this example website, you can see that our traffic is going up nicely. First, the impressions went up, then the traffic went up. You see what we're ranking for down here. It's a bunch of AI stuff, and it's pretty simple and easy. Now, if we actually go to the website itself and we analyze, okay, what are we doing here? How are we getting traffic from Google to do this, right? So you see here, we're just creating blogs every single day using very basic sort of prompts to create this sort of content. You can easily automate it, and then basically you convert that traffic, as you can see, with lead magnets, with CTAs, and with subtle sort of CTAs throughout the content as well. As you can see, right, it's driving traffic to our funnels. So it's super simple and easy. And you know, we even got a link at the top there to order the Black Friday deal for SEO. If we go to this tab, you can see an example right here. This funnels traffic to our sales page for SEO, right? And so the content ranks is funneling traffic to our, you know, high converting funnels, and super simple and easy to do. All right, so that's what we're building with Opal today, and yeah, it's going to be super powerful and easy to do. Now, if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask. The other thing that I was going to say here is, like, you know, and I'll kick off with a story here. Story time, my friends. Is like, you know, when I was using Opal, I felt something that I haven't felt in a long time. That feeling when you realize like the rules have changed, right? So here's what most people believe about AI tools. They think you need to be technical. They think it takes weeks to learn something new. And the thing is, right, think about, like, for example, Thomas Edison. He didn't invent the light bulb from scratch. He found a way to make it work for everyone. He made something complicated simple enough that anyone at home could use it. And that's what Google did with Opal, right? They took the power of Gemini and made it so anyone could build with it. Just describe what you want in plain English. And, for example, Steve Jobs once said, simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. Basically, Google have done that work, right? Now you get the benefits. The old way was like learning to code, hiring developers, waiting weeks, spending thousands. The new way is like you type a sentence, get a tool, use it today, and start using that to boost your rankings, And I used to stress about keeping up with this stuff. There's so much to learn, so many different tools, so many updates. Felt like running on a treadmill that keeps going faster. But when I started with using, Opal with AI Studio, something clicked, right? And I do think it's very easy to use. So, for example, if we go into Opal over here, the way you use it, you just create a new over here. And you say what you want, right? So, for example, let's say type in a keyword and you create the content, nicely formatted, almost style, optimized for SEO, third grade language, Julian Goldie for SEO agency to this page, right? And we'll just grab the page we want to funnel traffic to, which is this one right here, right? So we're going to take that. Then we're going to go back over to here, plug in the prompt, plug in the backlink portal, boom, shakalaka, we can get that party started, all right? And now that's going to start creating the tool for us. Now, what you can see here is it's just buffering, it's loading. Then in a minute, you'll see the app on the right-hand side and the flow on the left-hand side. Now, here's what I want you to understand. The people who win in the next few years won't be the ones who work the hardest. They'll be the ones who build the smart systems. And for the first time ever, building those systems is as easy as having a conversation. So today I'm going to show you the exact framework I use, the same approach that helped me go from doing everything manually to having tools that work like this and automate a lot of stuff. This isn't just theory. This is what I'm doing right now in my business. As you can see inside this traffic chart right here, we're actually implementing the stuff we're testing out. It actually works. It's great. So if we go into this, for example, I'm going to type in a keyword. Let's test it out. It may not work perfectly first time around, and that's okay. But we'll test it out and see what, we'll ride around the track together, and then we're going to pull up the outputs here. Now, again, we just literally created this in one clip, right? You can see here SEO training, as you can see, and then you can see it's got giving us some options here. Now, I'm actually going to improve this. So I'm going to go over here and say, okay, make sure the content is 1,000 words or more. And this will basically make the edit inside the content so that we can get better results, right? So typically the content that I publish on my website, if you go back here, is a lot longer. And if you had a look at the outputs from Google Opal just a second ago, you see that the tool doesn't create the outputs that we want, right? It's not as long as we want. And so I'm just going to change the workflow now to make sure the content is a lot longer so that we can create more consistent styles of content like you see with this page right here. That's what we want to do.